Hey guys, what's going on? Drewzy here, back again on South Park Phone Destroyer, because we've got some big news to talk about here today. And I originally was going to post a different video that I will probably post tomorrow instead of today, but really just a few hours ago, Ubisoft and the forums posted some new update information from ThatDarnSteve. Shout out to ThatDarnSteve from the community for Ubisoft, because he actually is following me on Twitter now, so that's really cool. And so a lot of things to talk about real quick in the developer update that was posted on the forums. If you guys want to check that out, check out the forums on Ubisoft. They do a great job of updating different things within the game. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, it says, in our next update isn't too far off, but it's packed with awesome stuff, including some big game changers, which doesn't really answer a lot of information so far. So it'll take some time, a bit more time, to finish the test. So obviously they're testing different things. Maybe they're adding new cards, maybe they're adding different dynamics, or changing cards around, or doing balance changes. Again, very vague. We're adding some new features, some of which were mentioned from Average Guy 777's awesome video about improving the game. I have not checked out that video, to be honest with you guys, but if you guys have checked out that video, maybe I should check out the video, because obviously it looks like Ubisoft is paying attention to things that we as creators are actually posting about. Some huge improvements and making Phone Destroyer even more rad than before. I can't spill the beans yet, but there will be some very team-friendly things coming. So does that mean that there will finally be clan-oriented kind of clan wars or clan fights, things like that? That's been something that the community has asked for and has been basically hoping that will come out at some point. We'll get to how else we'll be improving a little bit down below, but the real details will come in the notes for that update. So obviously, when the update becomes more, through the testing and things like that, when they're more ready to post it, we will know more about it at that time. Then he posts, today, we've been seeing a lot of folks mentioning matchmaking as a bit of a pain in the ass, I assume is what he says here. So after discussing the issue with the team, we've decided to jump on this as fast as we can. So the big issue that a lot of people are having with matchmaking, as you will read, is they try to find you the fastest matchmaking possible within a 5 up or down level ranking close to your rank. So if you're rank 35, they're going to try to find people either 40 or 30, or in between, in that range of a 10 basically ranking gap, which a lot of people have complained about, that they don't like the gap changes, things like that. So it looks like we are now, our matchmaking system will spend more time trying to find someone your rank, and will conduct more searches for players your rank than before giving up and moving on to the expanded search of players in other ranks. So that might be a nice change that we'll see. We're going to continue to improve the functionality of matchmaking and make it more fair and even, but for now this should definitely help. So it looks like this maybe have been tweaked around today or something like that. I don't know. I did play some matchmaking earlier, and I'm showing you footage of me playing matchmaking earlier, because I still have some issues that is also addressed in this basically form. For this week, people are also have been asking for a fantasy event. I am stoked to say there will be an event this weekend that features spells and fantasy cards. So it looks like you're going to be using cards within the fantasy theme and spells either within the fantasy theme or other themes, which will be kind of cool. Instead of having the PvP locker unlocking thing, it's going to be using specific cards to get points for wins. For those users who haven't hit rank 15 in unlocked fantasy, you might want to get there before Friday. Unfortunately, the event won't be live yet for this week's stream, but we'll be showing off the cards it will use in the stream later on this week. So that's kind of nice to see that, if you guys want to check that out. For this month, bad news first. On the 22nd of January, we will have an 8-hour scheduled maintenance around midnight. All Ubisoft online servers will be unavailable during this period, including our beloved South Park Phone Destroyer. It's unfortunate, but very necessary, so it looks like all of Ubisoft stuff will be offline, which unfortunately includes this game. Now for the good stuff, this month we will have a few rad events for you all, and we'll be giving a season-ending prizes to our legendary players according to their rank. So if you guys have been lucky enough, which 2 of my clanmates have made it to legendary rank, you will get a special prize for hitting legendary. And it looks like, as you continue to read on, we're still working to figure out exactly how long a season should be in the future. We will also be announcing what the precise prizes for each ranking group will be very soon at the end of the season, which will be February 1st. So for the next 21 days or so, as I'm recording and posting this video, hopefully you will need to try to rank up as fast as you can, or as high as you can in PvP, to get those season-ending rankings. So that's kind of cool. I didn't think that that would be something that would be implemented into the game, but that is very, very awesome. So will probably encourage myself to keep pushing up in PvP more, because to be honest, I've been very stagnant in the 39-40 range because I didn't see any incentive to continue to move up because my cards weren't kind of high enough level, in my opinion, things like that. But this is now an awesome incentive to continue to grind up in PvP for not just myself, but for all of us. In the Beyond section, another big change coming to Phone Destroyer has to do with the stability and reliability of PvP matches and the ability to prevent cheating and other unwanted player behaviors. Improving the element of this game is an absolute top priority, as it's truly the heart and soul of Phone Destroyer. I mean, who doesn't love crushing the enemy and seeing them driven before them in fair, balanced, and stable matches? Obviously, making changes to the PvP system is a massive undertaking and a quite complex task, so this will take time to fully come to fruition and be done in stages, so as to keep improvements as timely and steady as we can get them. What are these changes, my dearest Steve, you ask? Well, you'll be happy to know that we decided to make an investment in time and resources required to move critical elements of the PvP server side. This will be an ongoing process, but the first phase will take place in our next content update in the near future. It's going to be sweet, because this change should help us to improve PvP drastically over time and greatly limit the occurrences of cheating. I'll have more info on this in progression as it comes near in various milestones. We'll have more news for you as soon as, and he continues on throughout the course of the forum, but this could be a huge undertaking for Ubisoft and for Red Lynx and all them to move this to what looks like either special integrated servers or something beyond those lines to help be able to monitor cheating and monitor different things more readily, because a lot of people continue to complain about cheating, which has been something that's been mentioned in comments throughout many of my videos throughout the course of the last week or two, and I found continued glitching in PvP. I'm showing some footage behind me as I'm talking about this of me getting cut in and out of matches, getting to a point where I get to where I'm fighting the enemy or I'm about to take a bar down and then I get randomly disconnected from the server completely. I mean, in some of the footage I'm going to show is that I played 2 consecutive matches. I get disconnected from the server, I come back in, and then the following match after I get disconnected, my opponent gets disconnected to the point to where he just stops playing cards after, I think, 2 or 3 cards, and then I'm able to then bum rush him and get a 3-bar victory. I mean, that's just insane that there are issues that need to still be addressed in PvP. This is stuff that's been addressed by many of us, that have been complaints by many of us. And it looks like Ubisoft is, or at least Red Lynx, is doing the best they can to try to fix this. Well, we have no idea of timetable. So the unfortunate part is that a new event's about to start, an event that people have asked for, as you're putting in the forum. It's been widely suggested that we do a fantasy event, and now we're going to go into this event, and when events happen, that's when the most PvP issues happen. That's when the most cheating's taking place. That's when the most disconnection issues is taking place during events, when the bulk of the community is actually trying to play PvP. Because throughout the course of the week, when an event's not going on, I don't play much PvP. I know that there's a lot of people that do, but there's not as much as during an event when there's incentive to actually play PvP, to actually try to grind and get those packs and unlock different things. So this needs to be addressed hopefully soon, hopefully within, I don't know, timetable, maybe within the next quarter, maybe hopefully within the next month, the next week. I mean, obviously we want it done as soon as possible, but we can't expect miracles to happen overnight. So it's good that this is being addressed. Hopefully this addresses a lot of the issues I've experienced and that you guys have experienced. Let me know down below what you think of everything that we just talked about in this episode. I will post the episode that I originally planned to post this week, which will be the top 15 rare cards in the game. My system, my view on the top 15 rare cards. That video will be launching tomorrow here on the channel, but I wanted to talk about this stuff because it's really exciting to see all of the possible updates that are going to be coming out and all the stuff that Ubisoft is talking about. But again, let me know what you guys think down below of all the stuff that has been discussed in this episode. A lot of stuff to get through, a lot of stuff to process. Let me know down below what you think, and until then, and until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.